Welcome to AT Insider. My name's Eleanor, and in this video I'm going to be addressing the question, is using accommodations cheating or unfair? Now before I say anything else, let me answer that question. No, using accommodations or assistive technology tools does not give you an unfair advantage, and it is not considered cheating. You can look up all the literature and research that's out there that shows that accommodations don't give people unfair advantages. They instead just level the playing field. So if that's all you came here for, have a great day. Now for everybody else, let me explain what I'm going to talk about in this video. I'm going to break it up into two sections. The first section is going to be showing a very simplified version of one of the accommodations I have, how from a untrained eye it may seem unfair, but when you look at it just a little bit closer, it's actually very fair. And then also what I have done when this accusation has been leveled against me, and what I suggest you may want to do if you are put in the same position. All right, so let me begin with a little bit of a preface. My name's Eleanor, I'm dyslexic, and one of the accommodations that I have is extended time. That ranges for time and a half or 2 times, right? So if you get 30 minutes to complete a test, I would get anywhere from 45 minutes to an hour to complete the same test. And from an, let's say, untrained eye, that may seem unfair. I get extra time, but it's actually quite fair. And it's because of this one very simple reason. When I take a test or when I do anything in my life, I don't eye read, meaning I don't physically read the text like you may. I instead use either text-to-speech, where I have a robot read it aloud to me and turn that text into an audio, or I have a physical human reading the text for me. And I have that accommodation or that extended time because it takes longer for someone to listen to a question as it does for someone to eye read a question. Now, let me put a number on that. The rate at which people speak is 120 to 150 words per minute. We'll put that here. And the rate at which people eye read text, the average adult, is 200 to 300 words per minute. And so in other words, it takes me, someone listening to a text, twice as long to get through that passage as it would someone who's eye reading it. And so of course it makes now a lot of sense why, if it takes me twice as long to read or listen to a question or a paragraph, that I have twice as much time to make up for that. Now I hope you understand, not cheating, it's actually just leveling the playing field. There's actually a word for that, the leveling of the playing field, and it's equity. I made a whole video about this, of equity versus equality, but again, from a simplified version, it is this. Equality means everybody gets the same thing. Everybody gets 1 hour to complete the test, everybody gets the same pencil and the same 2 pieces of blank paper. Equity means people get different things to help level the playing field. So now, that being said, what do you do if somebody levels this accusation against you? Well, I mean, it kind of depends at what angle the accusation's coming from. If it's somebody being annoying and ignorant or being a middle schooler, no offense to middle schoolers, there's not much you can do. They're not looking for an answer. They're just being rude or curious or whatever. It's just annoying. I mean, quite frankly, ignore it. Unless it's somebody who's clearly coming from a good faith perspective, there's not much you can explain to them. Just be like, it's not cool, dude. Ask an adult. Don't bother me with that. Cool, great, I don't care, right? Walk away. If it's somebody coming from good faith or somebody who's a little bit older, you can have the talk I just had with you guys, right? I hope you never have to deal with someone telling you that you're cheating because you're using an accommodation. It is annoying, and I totally understand what you're going through. But if you do have to go through that, know that I'm on your side somewhere out here in the world, hoping that you know that you're not cheating, you need it because you have a challenge. And although that challenge may, day to day, seem like a curse or like you're broken, I promise you, you are not. It is a gift, it is a talent, And I hope you one day will come to the realization, like I did, that having whatever learning disability you may have, it does wonders for you in ways that you may not yet understand, right? I may never be able to spell well, but I, like no one else I know, was able to learn to unicycle in 4 days. And so just like that, right, I hope you come to the understanding that having a learning disability is tough. It's tough not only because you have the, baseline challenges of reading or writing or spelling or grammar, but it's also challenging because people will ask these annoying questions. But I know you're going to get through it. You're going to do a great job. Good luck. I hope you have a great day. Bye.